Very same system of weather is bringing flooding and rain up the East Coast. You can see we've got flood watches stretching for a majority of the 95 corridor right now. It includes many of our major populations, making it for a tough weekend to travel. And one place under an active flood watch is Atlantic City, New Jersey. And that's where we find national correspondent Justin Michaels. And Justin, it just seems like the rain keeps coming down and it just won't stop. Once again for the weekend. Now it's spring and now we're back to winter. So let's step into our virtual view where of the Twin Cities, your weekend has been looking pretty good so far, but don't get too comfortable because these clear sunny skies, they will give way into the evening hours to snow showers. Those will start moving in to bring spring snow, sending a winter storm watch into effect tomorrow. And this is what things could look like by the time you start off your week on Monday. Yeah, here we go. The first full week of spring and it feels like winter. So we have a bunch of winter alerts, even a blizzard warning when you go into just north of the Duluth area. We have winter storm watches, winter storm warnings, winter weather advisories, all painted across the northern tier and the upper Midwest, all thanks to this upper level energy that's moving into the West Coast right now. That will continue to bring light rain and snow into areas like Seattle and Portland, and of course snow at the higher elevations, rain in Seattle and Portland. But this upper level energy starts to move to the east, and as it does, not only does it get stronger, the low pressure deepens, but that allows the winds to crank up. Every single one of these white lines, that's an isobar, a line of equal pressure. And when you see them tightly packed together like that, that means an extremely windy system. So yes, we're dealing with snow. Yes, we're dealing in many places, maybe even a little bit of a rain-snow mix. But you add in the wind. Now you're decreasing visibility. You're doing a number on the wind chills. And a place like the Twin Cities, the forecast could get complicated as the low pressure system will move right over you. So that means at a time, we'll probably see the changeover to a little bit of rain. That'll eat away at your snowfall totals. But there will be some spots that see well over a foot of snow. But I think what's impressive is just this big swath of purple where we could see anywhere from 8 to 12, even 12 to 18 inches of snow. Of course, the further you go to the south, that's when those numbers start to decrease a little bit, all thanks to the fact that we'll see different types of precipitation mixing in. But here's the timing of the snow. By tomorrow morning, we have snow across the state of Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, even some ice in parts of Nebraska. Then we see this low pressure intensify. It starts to move to the north up towards the Twin Cities, and by Monday, that's when we start to see more complications with our precipitation type. Do we see rain for most of the day? Do we find ourselves in a dry slot in the Twin Cities? All of that will have big impacts on how much snow we end up with. But bottom line, we will see snow, and this is a winter system, a very windy system that's coming just right as we start off spring. So here's a look at some of your snowfall amounts in the Twin Cities. This is the European model saying 5 to 8 inches of snow for most of Minneapolis, but you flip this over to the American model, it's a different solution. Paul, a lot of factors at play here. We'll just have to see how it works out in the Twin Cities, but we know that there is snow on the way.
And we also